The number connected through shared ancestors rises significantly, potentially linking nearly all except a handful with non-British colonial roots. These connections reflect the relatively small pool of early American elite families from which many leaders emerged.
So what they're doing is
I'm really far away.
is they are what they're doing is they're taking the money, right, into offshore Swedish bank accounts so that they can.
If the conservatives refuse to give us what we want, do not give them what they want. Because are they all stealing from us regardless? Absolutely. Do they get to steal from us more if depending on who's in power? Yes. So when the Democrats and Republicans, they might not even like each other. They just like robbing everybody. And the Democrats get more advantages to rob when they're in power. So do the conservatives. So if they're not going to give us what we want, F them. Who cares? So disgusting. No, Mr. Sausage. Republicans aren't worthless. They're complicit. Stop thinking that they're useless. They're not lazy. They're not afraid. They're bought off. A true nihilist? I don't care. I didn't care who won. It's not even about nihilism at this point. It's just about reality. Nihilism is you don't have a horse in the race. You don't care if everything burns and everything burns. We just have to look at things for what they are now. I can't have Newscomb winning. Why not? We're going to reach the same end. One candidate's just going to make us get there a little bit faster. So if Newsom wins, God forbid, because he's a deplorable psychotic demon, it's bad. It is. You know what's almost worse? If conservatives win, we're going to slowly get radicalized to a revolution. Slowly, painfully, agonizingly. But if the Democrats win, everything that they do is going to be so shameless, so abhorrent, so in your face that it will push society to the brink of collapse faster, which will result in us just fighting for it. So what would you rather have? Would you rather have a slow bleed to get to the same end, kicking and screaming and wailing and dying? What would you rather have? He's just gonna roll back all the shit now? But what are we conserving as conservatives by voting for this useless party that pretends to fix things? What are we conserving as a conservative? Everybody's bought off. They're still they're still money laundering money to Africa by the billions. Everything is fake, bro. He mogs JD, so I think that's the only reason he should win. I don't think JD is lame. JD is a lame puppet that was groomed by Palantir and Peter Thiel, and he's lying to us. How do you go on what was it, Theo Vaughn's podcast, and you're like, I don't know what Palantir is. I've never heard of it before. How detached from reality do you retards think we are? Seriously. Are you trying to not get picked up by the mic? Is that your goal? Why are you whispering?
I'm sorry, I'm so soft-spoken. No one is in the positions that they're in by accident or by mistake or because they wanted to be. This is all very deliberate.
Things take time to an extent. Remember when everyone thought Roe v. Wade wouldn't get overturned? What did it change?
Literally nothing.
What did it change, bro? Everything's a lie. They overturned Roe v. Wade just for the exact same amount of abortions to happen. Nothing is real. It's all just to pacify the populace. It's all just to keep us. They want to push us as far as they possibly can for trauma, for desperation, for anger. And then when there's about to be a breaking point, then they throw us a bone just to keep the peace.
$1,000 on your income tax is crazy.
That's not even enough for rent for 1 month. 50 grand bare minimum. A person. Tell her to speak up. We're trying to hear her. Stop whispering.
Sorry.
So what they're doing is
I'm really far away.
they are what they're doing is they're taking the money, right, into offshore Swedish bank accounts so that they can.
Bae.
Literally me.
Raise your voice. Oh my god.
Okay.
Hot mess. So depressing. Can't
We
wait
need
for more
mods.
Biden levels of spending, useless committee hearings, and strongly worded letters. Me waiting for Republicans to do something about it. Stop waiting, Kelly McCarty.
Yeah, no one's coming to save
Stop.
us.
Nothing's gonna happen. Hey, we have to accept it. The only people that want the real change are American citizens. Until we take it from them, we're not gonna get it. We're gonna be more miserable every single year, and every single year it is going to be harder and harder to live a life of dignity and make a wage that you can survive off of. Not even live off of. This isn't living. This is survival. She the last woman that needs to be quiet. She actually speaking facts. I'm saying.
My favorite quote is from Thomas Jefferson in 1787. He said, "The tree of liberty must be refreshed from time to time with the blood of patriots and tyrants." And that's kind of where we are right now. Like, there needs to be a full-on revolution.
There needed to be a full-on revolution 15 years ago.
Yeah, well, it wasn't. Yes, but this wasn't exposed.
Things didn't come to light.
Yeah, I mean, for what?
This is completely false. I have no idea who this lady is. She's lying to make herself look
That's
good for her
crazy.
campaign.
Wow.
Shame on her.
Mm-mm.
The news tries to politicize everything. They want to pit everybody against each other. It's all lies. What is going on? What is happening?
Everything's faking day.
Look at the world.
Basically gonna be used to behead Christians when the time comes, is what that implies.
Muslims are marching around Seattle screaming, Allah Akbar, we await orders.
Yeah.
If Obama started that, who doesn't think that there are 30,000 guillotines? You have to be completely spiritually retarded to think that there's no possibility of that.
Also, Obama's related to all of the presidents. They're all related to each other. It's really weird. They're all like first, second, third cousins. Even Obama. Apparently the only one not related to the rest of them is Trump. Is
Trump a glitch in the Matrix?
This literal 12-year-old girl made a whole. There was like, I don't know if it was a science fair in her school, but there was some fair in her school, and a 12-year-old girl, I kid you not, created this whole list and listed out exactly how everyone is related to each other. Like, this is deeper than anyone could ever imagine. And I'm looking into this taxation without representation thing. It's not what we think it is either.
Direct descendants, closest relations. John Adams, William. Okay, so the second president, the 9th, and the 41st. John Adams,
No.
William Henry, George Bush. Notable cousin relationships: Theodore Roosevelt,
No, I'm gonna find this.
James Madison, and Zachary Taylor were second cousins. Broader distant connections. Share more distant ties to colonial American or European ancestors. At least 23 presidents have some documented blood or marriage tie to another president, but when including very distant relations, the number connected through shared ancestors rises significantly, potentially linking nearly all except a handful with non-British colonial roots. These connections reflect the relatively small pool of early American elite families from which many leaders emerged. For detailed family tree...
No, it goes back to like King. I don't want to misspeak.
We're
I'm
about
gonna
to
find
get...
it. Okay.
We're about to get a
No. I found it.
We're about to get a government threat in the mail. Or no.
We're on a government watch list.
There's going to be a knife through the door with a note on it saying shut up or die.
Okay, Brigitte I don't know how to pronounce de Vignon. In 2009, she was 12 years old. She was a 7th grader from California. conducted an impressive genealogy project.
Obama is distantly related to at least 6
I'm
to 8
telling
former
you.
presidents via his mother's side.
What did
According to research
what
from the
did I
New
say?
England Historic Genealogical Society and other genealogists, George Bush, linked through Samuel Hinckley and Cape Cod, or of Cape Cod, George Bush, Gerald Ford, Lyndon B. Johnson, Harry Truman, James Madison. Other famous relatives, Brad Pitt. What? Ninth cousins linked through Edwin Hickman, Dick Cheney, Winston Churchill.
That's not true.
Obama has no close blood relations to other presidents, no direct.
That's not
You
true.
literally just said that he did.
That's not true. And I'm look at is this Grok? Because I'm on Grok
Yes.
too, and he's telling me something different. Okay, it says, 12 years old. She traced the family trees of U.S. presidents and discovered that 42 out of 43 presidents, up through Barack Obama, share a common ancestor, King John of England. That's King John. I was going to say King George. Very wrong. King John of England, who signed the Magna Carta in 1215. And he's depicted as villain in Robin Hood stories. She searched over 500,000 names across historical records, focusing on both male and female lines, which helped make more connections than previous efforts. So, like, depending on how you research it and how you look at it through certain genealogies, you'll come up, like, you'll be able to find more relations, like 8th cousin removed or whatever. Like,
so the only reason why they were going so hard against Trump is because he's a glitch in the matrix.
These are elite bloodlines that go back again to like Roman times.
Okay, all right. I'm not gonna talk bad about Trump anymore. This is all a sham, and he's just doing what he can. And I think God, even if Trump doesn't realize it, I think God is using him to be to facilitate the exposing of all the evil and corruption, so that Americans turn to Jesus, and that we have one more revival.
I mean, it's happening. People on Roblox are coming together and like making churches on Roblox. I kid you not. They're like praying over each other. It's the cutest thing I've ever seen. They're praying over each other. They're like building churches in Roblox.
Humanity can see the depravity in this world.
Yeah.
We're at a fever pitch where things are about to burst. Roblox churches is fire.
Local girl connects Obama to most U.S. presidents. A 7th grader did this. A 12-year-old 7th grader.
I'm gonna turn this into a couple videos, actually. Is it this top one?
KSBW. No, this. Oh yeah, 255. That says 256. I mean, whatever.
Tonight, the story of a 7th grader from Salinas who claims to have made a major discovery about President Obama. She and her grandfather say that President Obama is related to all but one U.S. president. We get more tonight from Action News reporter Felix Cortez, who's live in our Salinas newsroom.
Well, Dan, the youngster spent the summer, really all summer, tracing the family tree of our presidents. Her conclusion that all the presidents, with the exception of one, share the same grandfather.
Well, first we start off with George Washington at the top, and then it goes to John Adams, Thomas Jefferson.
11-year-old Bridget Dovigneau says she's made a first-of-its-kind discovery that President Obama and all the presidents before him, with the exception of one, are related and descendants of a former king of England.
No, they're all cousins, and they're grandsons of John Lackland.
Dovigneau says she spent countless hours on the internet over the summer researching the lineage of our presidents, a project that started with her trying to trace her own family tree.
But I'm the first historian to do all the presidents. I'm very glad I got this done, and I think it will turn out to be a success.
The Monte Vista Christian 7th grader has written President Obama to tell him the presidents before him are his cousins. She hopes to present this family tree chart personally to the president.
Oh, wow,
but
thanks.
has her skeptics, including this reporter, her biggest supporter and firm believer that Obama is a descendant of a former king of England.
It's totally just happenstance. This totally is
I
just.
wonder statistically what are the odds of something like 1 in 500 million? Like what?
It's
what are
less.
the
It's a
odds
lot
of
less
this?
than that.
What are the? It's impossible.
How many people have the potential to make impacts on the scale of a Charlie Kirk that get slimed before they're allowed to blossom?
Right.
That we don't even know about at all. Never heard of.
Yeah. Yeah. It's so easy for me to get derailed and go off track. Like, I just thought of the MIT scientist that just got murdered. Like, what part did he play? Obviously, he wasn't killed for no reason. He was like the leading research in free energy. Just like everyone before, like that guy that learned how to make fuel out of water, dead. Like everyone that's tried, they're all dead because they're keeping us in like this dinosaur age where we have to be dependent on them for oil and when we could like free energy. If you really think about it, was created 120 years ago by Tesla.
They've centralized not centralized. They have commodified everything because they control these industries already.
Right, exactly.
So they stifle innovation.
They want to keep making money.
They not only do they want to keep making money, but they want to keep forcing Americans into dependency on them for more control.
Yeah.
And we're having these conversations of Republican versus Democrat. I should have seen through the lies sooner. And you know what's crazy is I felt it.
Yeah.
I knew it, and I kept lying to myself. Like, you know what? Actually, no. I was so apathetic to voting. My mom would get so angry at me because I told her, Mom, nothing matters. Everything gets worse every time. After I saw the election get stolen from Trump.
Yeah.
After I literally watched videos in Arizona of ballot trucks getting lit on fire. Nobody said anything about it. Nobody reported it. I'm like, it's right in your face.
And now,
what do you mean?
5 years later, what comes out? 300,000 ballots were illegally counted.
No shit. Obviously.
You think it was just in one state? Of course not. Of course not.
And I knew this stuff. I felt it so hard. I was like, I really think that none of this matters. Everything is controlled. And my mom kept telling me, no, you have to vote because if you don't use your freedoms, you'll lose your freedoms. What freedoms? The freedom to go be a wage slave? The freedom to have society weaponized against me because I'm a straight man?
Right.
The freedom to go compete with women and illegal aliens in the workforce? The freedom to be forced into needing two incomes because they've made it completely unaffordable for anybody that doesn't have a trust fund? Really? What freedom do we have? And then I saw Trump, like everyone else did, as a beacon of hope of actual change.
Right, me too.
And we have just...
We got
gotten... But I don't think it's his fault.
It all comes down to these globalists. They control both sides. So it's like they're going to get what they want no matter who we vote for. It's just one side lets it happen a little slower. And it takes a little longer.
Trump is on a leash.
Yes.
But the person holding the other end of the leash is not Netanyahu.
No.
It's way bigger than Netanyahu.
Way bigger.
It's way deeper than Netanyahu. It's way deeper than the Jews and Israel.
Yeah.
They are satanic blood-packed bloodlines that have been working hand in hand with Satan for thousands of years to now bring us to this point. But this, as angry and demoralized as it makes us, this has to happen.
It does. Yeah.
This all has to happen to make humanity realize that their Messiah came, lived, and died for us. And he is our only hope. And that is why we cannot love or be attached to this world. This sick, depraved, immoral, evil world. This greedy, fallen, horrible, fleshly realm of selfishness and all of these nasty people that have no problem benefiting and exalting themselves off of the backs of the innocent, the backs of the hardworking, the backs of the honest, to take advantage of and disenfranchise these people shamelessly for generations, all to enrich themselves because they have been misled by Lucifer to think that they can outrun judgment.
And
Oh
he
my
himself
gosh.
knows that they can't.
The way that these people are going to rot in hell. Oh man, I don't envy them for a second. They think you think you're on the top of the world now. You think you can do whatever you want. You have all this impunity. You can rob, steal, gaslight, manipulate everybody. What's done in the dark will always find a way to shine. And these people are going to burn. They're going to burn in hell. Oh, it's going to be
Jujutsu
so
said,
bad
I hope
for them.
she's still alive. Yeah, I hope that girl is okay.
I seen a clip on Jason the Ween stream of FBI informant basically saying the cure from cancer has been discovered, but the creators keep getting taken out. Oh, yeah.
No, it's not even like a cure for cancer. Yes, it's more of just the food that we eat, and parasites are the main cause for cancer. That's a whole other conversation for a different campfire.
Vaccines were free, but not insulin or chemo. Well,
that's a great point.
But chemotherapy, nobody should be going through chemotherapy because it kills all of your cells everywhere. It's meant to kill you. And it's like, what's gonna die first? You or the cancer? It's a gamble that many people never really recover from. So it's not even about chemo. It's about, there's so many other ways. All you have to do is starve the cancer.
You need to clear the parasites. I could show you, it's literally just parasites. MS is parasites in the brain. Like all these diseases are parasites in different types of parasites and in different parts of your bodies. Okay, bye. It's my stream now. Just kidding. But yeah, we could really get into it. I mean, truly. I don't want it.
Embrace your gift.
No.
Don't be disobedient.
Is that, you think it's being disobedient? To some degree?
In a way. If you feel in your heart of hearts that you could...
But there's already people doing this. It's not like I'm the first person to say this. Like,
think about how many people you could impact.
Whatever. I'll think about it.
Because if you truly believe in your heart of hearts with all the knowledge that you have and the way that you can express the knowledge to be a light in the darkness, to bring more people to Christ and to see how deep this corruption is. If you were given that gift, if God gave you this discernment, if he gave you these eyes wide open to see this stuff, and you don't take advantage of the tools at your disposal to amplify it, I think in a way that is disobedience.
All right, I gotta think about that.
Pray about it.
Wait, so there's parasite in the food. There's parasites in everything. So like,
hey, what's up, CGM? Or when the cancer comes back, you're too weak to fight it a second time. Exactly. That's why they degrade you under the chemotherapy. They destroy your body, and they never tell you how to attack the root of the problem. They just want to put a Band-Aid over it.
Yeah.
There's no doubt.
So we're the only, just real quick, last thing I'll say about the whole parasite thing is we're the only country, or a lot of European countries, it's very normal to do cleanses, like parasite cleanses, at least twice a year. I mean, you should be doing them more. You should be doing them like once a month just because of the food that we're eating and everything that's in it. But yeah, America's one of the only nations that don't do stuff like that. So
the COVID vaccines, the story on that changed more than the Somalian daycare story at the Leering Center. It did.
Leering Center.
It did.
I love Leering.
So developed yet so far back. We are. And it's not
deliberate.
exactly. It's all planned, and it's orchestrated to be that way. It's
A
disgusting.
child, and they have a 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 child.
Like names change.
All she's saying is this guy is the great, 25th, 27th, depending on what line it is. He created all this family. So do I believe it? Yes. It's hard, but it's true.
Well, Mom said it. Hard to believe, but you got to give the little girl an A+ for at least trying to do that and trying to.
Was she
accomplish
visited
that
by an
feat. And
angel
by
of
the way,
light or
Bridget
something?
has concluded she's the
She's just
11th
really
cousin
smart.
of President Obama. Dan,
All
Aaron.
right, very good. Thank you, Felix.
And
so,
it's
who
not
was the
like
one
she
that
had an agenda
President
or
Barack
some
Obama is
intent,
not
like
related
some
to,
intent behind this
according
to expose
to
something. She was genuinely
the 7th
just
grader,
doing
Martin Van
something
Buren,
that
8th
she
President of the
enjoys and
United
something
States.
that she
Comments
loves.
are turned off.
I wonder why.
We are in a simulation. I want to go back to yelling at liberals. I want to go back to that. Why can't I just? Oh no. I hate this.
It's a blessing and a curse knowing all of this information. It really is. Because you have enough discernment to see through everything, but then you're burdened with the truth.
Have I watched the 9/11 reading lesson? Unfortunately, yes, I have. Zoran the jihadist sworn in on a Quran. I made a video about that on Instagram this morning. It's disgusting.
It was a really great video. You guys should watch it.
Listen, okay, CGM. I know that you hate liberals. Every time I see your name, I just automatically think like this is a guy that views liberals as the most deplorable demons on the planet Earth.
It's hard not to.
It is hard not to. Listen, bro. They are not our enemy. The Republicans are disgusting, vile liars that hate you. They hate me. They hate her. And they're all pretending to be enemies. They are orchestrating division. They're orchestrating these school shootings. They're orchestrating these terrorist attacks. They're all orchestrating mass migration into this country. Nobody is acting in good faith. The Democrats destroy the country. The Republicans pretend that they're going to fix it. And everything is a psyop. They're all stealing our money. They're all lying to us. The Congress, House of Representatives, and the Senate is all a conservative majority. Why do you think nothing ever changes? Nothing ever changes because they're all benefiting from the destruction of our country. They're all stealing all of our tax dollars, and then they're lying and saying that they're sending it to Kosovo or to the Cape Islands or whatever it was in Africa. What was it called?
What?
Like they're pretending that they're sending $500 million to
5 billion. But yeah.
well, no, it was to that random African country. Like they're pretending that they're sending $500 million to the Cape of Kosovo for healthcare development.
Oh, I see. Yeah.
When actually, they're just saying that so they can justify stealing from you. All of them are doing this, bro. All of them are. None of these bastards are telling the truth. None of these bastards are acting in good faith, and they could care less about fixing society. They don't care. Why would they fix society when them fixing society would throw a wrench in their business model? If they put sanctions and blockades on all of this random money being sent to Ukraine and being sent to Guatemala and all of these random places, if they have made so much money, they have stolen so much money from us that they are completely insulated from any consequence of society turning into the purge. They are working hand in hand with Fox News and ABC and NBC and Newsmax and everything else because headlines make money.
Well, they're also owned by the same people. So one is left, one is right, but they're owned.
They won't
by
kill
the
the
same
filibuster
company.
that Trump screamed about during the shutdown. Exactly. Well, a few try, and they are stonewalled to death because if the Republicans take the Democrats hands out the cookie jar, the conservatives have to take their faces out of the cookie jar.
Yeah, Republicans are just as guilty as the Democrats are.
But what the conservatives do is they allow the Democrats to run so hard into depravity, into one direction, that any normal person is like, they have lost their damn mind. And then you don't look the way of the Republicans. You don't look at what they're doing.
Right.
You don't look at the fraud they're committing. You don't look at the money laundering that they're doing. Because the other side is so bad that you're like, okay, at least it's not them. But they're all complicit. They're all playing a part. And we're all clowns in this circus, myself included.
I mean, our government would completely collapse, and that's what needs to happen at this point.
I built a platform off of being a clown in the circus. And now it is time to look at the way that things actually are instead of the way that we hope them to be, and come to terms with reality. And it sucks. Before, most of my friends liberals, I just tolerate them to an extent, but I still would attack them over a conservative. Like, I need conservatives to remain in power long enough so our only position is anti-America first. Does that make sense? I need conservatives to remain in power long enough so our only opposition is anti-America first. Oh, okay, I see what you're saying.
It's like, yeah, the only people that we fight or are fighting.
The Democrats unite to F us, and the conservatives can't ever unite. No. It's not that they can't.
It's deliberate.
It's not that they're incapable. It's not that they're lazy. It's not that they're scared. It's not that they want to play by the rules. No, I've said this a bunch of times already. But the conservatives the Democrats completely ignore the Constitution and all the rules, and they do whatever they want. The conservatives hide behind the Constitution to justify their inaction for treason.
Even though the Constitution would allow to impeach and remove all of these judges that have committed treason against this nation.
It's so tragic. So where I'm at, honestly, is let it all burn. Why are we continuing to participate in this garbage? What are we getting out of this? If the conservatives refuse to give us what we want, let Gavin Newsom win. Let him turn the country into the purge so that we can just finally have a revolution. Because I would rather live in anarchy to where at least I can defend myself without consequences than risk being arrested for racism, or arrested for owning a gun, or arrested for my political opinions. Just let everything go to hell. Cyberpunk 2077 theme starts playing. I want liberals' ideologies to be so outlandish that we don't even acknowledge them as opposition. Our only opposition should be people with our party trying to uphold the system. I love you, J-Jutsu. That's a fact. He is a scumbag, and I hate him. He's so disgusting. I would never go out and vote for him. But if we only get 25% of what Trump said he was going to do in this entire term, where he does a handful of things and everything else was just campaign marketing to make people go out and campaign for him. If that's the reality, I am not voting for JD Vance. Absolutely not. Because he was a groomed Palantir plant. And he's lied on so many different podcasts saying that, oh, I have no idea what Palantir is. Well, what is even that? Can you tell me what it is? He's been groomed since he was like 19. He wasn't an organic politician. He was a created politician.
Apparently he's changed his name too.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, you were telling me that.
That strikes me as bizarre.
Vance attended Ohio State University, bachelor's degree in political science and philosophy, and Yale Law School.
He was a first-term U.S. Senator.
Only prior elected office, his path reflects a rise from military service and personal hardship to prominence as an author and investor, then to national politics.
And from what I understand, he didn't necessarily fight in the military. He was with
what he was like a I don't know what he was.
Or hospital, something like that. What role? I'm curious.
He gained national fame with his best-selling memoir, Hillbilly Elegy, which explored his upbringing and Rust Belt culture. Vance entered politics in 2022, and what was he? A never Trumper, calling Trump a Nazi on Twitter.
Was he really?
Yeah, you didn't know that?
No.
He literally called Trump a Nazi when he was during the first term from whatever he was doing. Venture capital and authorship. He transitioned to venture capital, joining Peter Thiel-backed firms like Mithro Capital and later founding his own firm focused on Midwest startups in 2016. He gained national fame with his best-selling memoir. Okay, so poor kid from the backwater of Ohio.
Right.
He's a patriot, goes to the Marine Corps. All of a sudden, now you're going to Yale Law School. Is this random person from Ohio that grew up with a single poor mom to now he just magically is in venture capital. This nigga's a plant. This is the Truman Show.
I think Candace is a plant too.
Vance will destroy Greasy Gavin in a debate. Brother, JD Vance is not your friend.
No, but he's right. I mean, he's sharp as a tack, and he would absolutely demolish Gavin. But nonetheless, I mean, he's still part of
But
the
they're
system.
both lying.
Right.
Gavin Newsom is a full of shit retard, and JD Vance is a smart person that's full of shit, and he's making people like you trust him.
And because they use his relatable background, his relatable upbringing. You know, he had a drug addict mother. He was in the Marine Corps.
Just because you think JD Vance thinks the same things that you do, he's LARPing. They're raping you too. JD Vance wants to rape and pillage you too. The government is not your friend.
Exactly.
All of these people are brought up and groomed. Exactly. This is a stage. JD Vance is not an organic vice president. Trump is an organic president. I hope. JD is a plant. Gavin Newsom, I'm sure, is a plant. Obama was a plant. Apparently, over how do the overwhelming majority of our presidents all have a blood tie? They are all blood related. That's nuts, bro. So yeah, Vance would destroy Gavin in a debate because you can't argue conservative politic talking points with liberal ones because one of them is built on a house of sand and the other one is just common sense. So duh, he would destroy Gavin in a debate. But they are there as it's a psyop.
They're pushing everyone towards the Republican Party. They're purposely making the Democrats look nuts so that we'll vote in the Republicans.
So that they can get their end goal regardless.
Yeah.
At this point, it's just pick your poison. Exactly. We're doomed.
Well, not again, unless the people rise up. Our militias are still legal. Still constitutional. They are, for now. I don't know for how long, but they are. A lot of people talk online, but when it comes to doing things in real life.
2030, real ID on the internet, and I am not going to be able to talk with freedom on the internet anymore.
Honestly, they're probably archiving all of this so they have a reason to arrest us as soon as
The
possible.
only reason why they're allowing us to talk how we talk now, how you can post Nick Fuentes videos on YouTube now, you can say retarded, you can say the F word on Kick and on Twitch. Well, no, they'll probably ban you for that on Twitch. You can say the F word on Kick. You can say the F word on Rumble. They're giving us this carte blanche freedom so that as soon as they implement a social credit score, they're gonna backlog everything we've said from the last couple years of this Trump administration having freedom, and it'll be full-blown authoritarianism.
Yeah, the fact that he was allowed to be sworn in on the Quran, I mean, that's how you know. And nobody stopped it. Nobody even tried to stop it on the right. I mean,
Trump didn't even say anything about it. You think their meeting included him saying that, like, okay, I might not implement full dystopia in New York, but I'm going to make a mockery of the entire system and be sworn in on a Quran?
I mean, that's blatant treason. If that's not treason, I really don't know what is.
How does this retarded Indian Muslim who's never had a job before,
Never had a job. Not one.
if that's not a plant, what is?
And just like Ilhan Omar, their parents fled socialism.
I wanted FBI, DOJ, DHS to denaturalize Zoran. Brother, they're all working with Zoran. And nothing is real. Listen, I don't want to shatter your worldview. because this is making me just as depressed as you, okay? The FBI, the CIA, the Department of Justice, Homeland Security, the Department of War, everything is a lie. They are all ran by the same people. The same money launderers, treasonous bastards that all need to be publicly hanged.
Yeah, you have to drop the facade of left and right. It's not left versus right anymore. It's like you said, the same party wearing different colored jerseys.
And Ilhan, that's not gonna happen. The government is, Ilhan Omar is a psyop to make conservatives mad, to hate Somalians. So that we get mad at random retard Somalians instead of mad at the government that is all in cahoots, all allowing all of this to happen in the first place.
It's not Somalians that created and started this money laundering program. Not at all. They're not smart enough to do something like that. And it's not Tim Walz either. This goes a lot farther up, in my opinion.
Doing 115's Bulgarians right now. I was supposed to listen to some You Say Run, but I'm learning how corrupt the government is. Oh man, bro, You Say Run might be, it needs a Nobel Peace Prize for like the most motivating song. Straight up. It sucks, bro. It sucks, CG. But any hope you have in any 3-letter organization, bro, they hate you. They hate you. They're lying to you. They're saying what you want to hear and not doing what you want them to do, because that would incriminate everyone.
If one goes down, they all go down. It's not just Democrats money laundering. It's Republicans too. And we have to realize neither of them are on our side. They're on their own side to facilitate the downfall of the United States of America and basically in the entirety of the Western world.
It's us versus them, bro. It is us versus them. I can't bring it upon myself to have any animosity to a blue-haired leftist anymore. I'm like, you've been...
I mean, they're still insanely retarded and left
No,
themselves.
but listen. Trillions of dollars worth of propaganda has gone into creating these people how they are.
Yeah.
This person was just like J.D. Vance was groomed to be the president. Leftists were groomed to be retarded. They were, okay, the left has been completely hijacked by emotional female nonsense.
It's a matriarchy.
Women are they're naturally nurturers. And what happens when a young girl between the age of 19 to 30 is around children? Women have a complex to nurture. They want to take care, they're meant to take care of babies. So when they see some impoverished African person, they feel pity towards them and they want to caretake them. So since society has been psyoped that motherhood is bad and being a girl boss is true liberation and sexual morality is oppression,
They have to put that energy somewhere.
That they've been psyoped instead of being a homemaker and taking care of their own child and having their motherly instincts be focused on their child and the men focus on the politics of everything. Now they want to motherfy the world. They want to use their woman nurturing instincts on society, on young men. And they want to call you a racist bigot because you see the danger of mass migration and they see it as you're evil and you don't care about these people. It's not our job to care about these people. It's not your job to care about these people. It's your job to find a husband and to have children and nurture the next generation. But so women are taking their woman, you can't outrun biology. It doesn't matter how much you try. That's why all these 40-year-old women that never have children and never get married and are girl bosses for their entire lives, they realize that they're lonely and miserable and unfulfilled all the time.
And it all started in the 1920s when, what were they called? I forget. I'm blanking on the name of all the women. It was like a fake movement to push women's rights in the workforce. And yeah, the feminist movement, but there's a name for them. I can't remember.
And instead of raising a child, they want to micromanage your life. They want to tell you what words you can't say. They want to tell you what's offensive and what's not. They want to get offended for other people. They want to tell you what video games you can't play.
The
they want
suffragettes.
The
The
what?
suffragettes is what they were called.
I've never heard of that in my life.
And they basically, it was a psyop to tax half the population, tax women, bring them into the workforce so they can make more money, and then eventually come to what we have today, which is the emotional manipulation that you're talking about. And then they put them in office and let them vote. So they would vote for these terrible policies with this suicidal empathy. Everything is fake. Literally nothing in the past century and some change has been organic at all.
How much money from these defense contracts do you think is being stolen? How do you have
Trillions.
How do you have more money for ICE than they've ever had since
Trillions.
the beginning?
Yeah.
And there's only been 300,000 deportations?
Well, a lot of people have self-deported. I hear that there's been like 1 million self-deportations because they're getting paid. They're getting like $1,000 to $3,000 to self-deport.
Are the deportations
Which
not,
I'm fine with my tax money
Are
going
the
to that, to be honest.
the same government that got them here is the same one paying them to leave?
Yes.
It's revolving door.
It is. Yeah. Welcome.
I hate being smart. Why can't I just be a retard? Oh, damn it. Everything sucks. Ah, Xena XV, hi. Hello. Everything sucks. It's all gay. I have never witnessed a year with more lasting transformational accomplishments in 2025. Senator Israel Cruz, why are you lying? Can you stop lying? Being dumb is freedom for real. Dugan knows. That's crazy. Tugan is an incredibly intelligent young man. Thank you very much. Thanks to President Trump, our economy is stronger, costs are coming down, our border is secure, peace through strength is restored, and America is respected again. Nobody is buying any of this garbage.
My man is a real demon. I mean, in the flesh. He plays both sides.
Do not give 1 cent to Republicans, vote MAGA, and help President Trump. What?
Confusion.
It's not that simple, bro.
No, it's not. But that's what they want you to think.
They sure do. Many of the House members think you work only for the prez, not them. This kind of proves it. If the bullshit doesn't come to a halt, you will see 83 million gun owners walk out their homes like
Except
this.
we won't. We won't. And I wish that happened right now. But that's just not going to happen. Everyone is more than happy to talk all this nonsense online, but when it comes down to it and strolling out your cribbo like that, no, maybe a handful of people will do it. And others would have to see others to do it and then join instead of just taking it upon themselves. What does it say about Grok not paying taxes? According to Grok, if everyone stops paying taxes, the IRS has zero chance of keeping up with them, would go into total meltdown. I mean, yeah, abolish the IRS anyway in the first place.
This is more slop designed to rally the GOP base back to this falling joke of a government and pivot from shitting on Israel to Muslims.
Again, not that simple.
No, Nick, you're right, but you're wrong.
Right and wrong, yeah.
It's more slop designed to rally the GOP base back to this failing joke of a government and pivot from what's a better way to phrase this? And pivot from being frustrated with inaction. They're using Somalians the same way that the Democrats are using Somalians for money laundering. No, the same way the government, not the Democrats, are using Somalians for money laundering. The Republicans are using Somalians to garner goodwill before the midterms. That's all they're doing.
While doing less than the bare minimum.
Imagine self-deporting and then coming back and self-deport again, infinite $1,000 farm.
Or he's going to go down in history as the biggest disappointment ever. It's one or the other now. Mm-hmm. And he's got himself painted in a corner. And the only thing that's going to resolve it is him legitimately doing exactly what he said he was going to do, meaning release the entire Epstein files, make the arrests necessary, deport the people that have come in, and really fix shit. And these things have to happen. And it doesn't seem like he's interested in that. He seems like he's much more interested in propping up Israel, doing things that his base does not fucking care about. I mean, if you think about like how he built his movement on what quote unquote America first, right? Make America great again. And it was against people like Lindsey Graham and like all these neocon, Israel fucking titty sucking motherfuckers. You know what I'm saying? Like, and now his movement seems to have like included all of those people and excluded the real America first crowd. That's going to be a big fucking mistake on his part.
All 3 branches of government and still no voter ID law passed in a year.
How in the way that Nick Fuentes talks about other people, wholesale, in broad strokes, with no specificity at all, the way that he just categorizes demographics of people with the words that he uses, ask yourself how that's representative of a Christian, how that is Christ-like. How is he winning souls by saying you're an F word if you like weed? He's not. I think Fuentes is gay 100% and projecting.
I agree.
I think he's gay too.
I completely
I think
agree.
He's gay. Her transportation secretary supports EV mandate and eventual mileage tax. Well, so does
Charge
Elon.
complete.
Same thing is happening in Connecticut. They're about to charge people by the miles, or like only limit the amount of miles that you can drive.
He uses the F word because he's a closet case and hates it, so he lashes out because like 90% plus gays are liberal.
I agree.
Yeah. I mean,
it's like internal homophobia, not to sound like
the media has politicized homosexuality.
Well, they've just made it so, politicized and just made it so normal and offenseless.
It is. It's crazy. And you want to LARP as it's welcome to the golden age. Where is the golden age?
It doesn't exist.
We're in one ply the toilet paper age. What can we do for Israel today? Every politician is a corrupt, two-faced liar. Exactly. Steak at Fred Meyer is $20. Grocery prices, energy prices, housing. Russia's war is still raging. Credit card interest rates are not capped at 10%. Russia's war is still raging. Credit card debt not capped. Prescription drug prices remain high. IVF not free. Taxes on Social Security. Tips not 100% tax-free. Overtime not 100% tax-free. Epstein files not released.
The prescription drug prices, I will give him. He brought them down a lot. Now, the HIV, I think, is still a couple of $100s, but I think that's better than like $800 or $1,200, whatever it was.
The golden shower.
Literally. Oh my gosh.
Oh, thank you, government. Keep pissing on my face and
Literally.
telling me it's raining.
Yes.
Thanks.
The golden age, while we get absolutely screwed, is crazy.
Let's run in 32. Why? So we can get assassinated?
Right. Like for what?
Run for why?
Just get close to Jesus.
We're not,
point.
bro.
There's no option.
Listen, there's no saving this system. No administration, no president, no Department of Justice, no FBI, no Homeland Security, no Department of War. Nothing is going to be in the people's best interest. Nothing's going to get better. Everything is going to get infinitely worse, and the government is going to continue to gaslight you into believing that everything is fine. Get right with God. Our only hope in this despicable world is Jesus Christ. That is our only solace. He's the only light at the end of the tunnel. Without him, we are nothing. And with him, we are more than conquerors. Christ alone is our only hope. Stop operating within this system. This system hates you. It hates me. It hates everybody. It hates Americans. It hates America. It hates law and order. It hates justice. It loves corruption. It loves depravity. It's all a game.
I just want to buy a house. Seriously.
We need to clean house in government.
Yes, we do.
The corruption is so deep, and the rot has consumed every aspect of the federal government down to its bones. Forget the federal government, down to state and local government, down to social movements. Like, Black Lives Matter getting like stealing $20 million from people that donated to them so they can go buy houses. They don't care. Nobody really cares about these issues. Everybody is a selfish piece of trash. And when you're when you're some random person that gets behind, that co-ops the social movement and robs people, like these people, they don't actually care about the issues. As soon as somebody that didn't have power gets power, if God is not your rock, and if you're not operating as a child of the Most High, greed is going to corrupt you every single time. There are so many, the examples are so few and far between of that not being the case. But it's always the case. So unless we have a revolution or we completely start over, we have to start from square one. But if you read Revelations, that's not going to happen.
It only gets worse.
So the only thing we have to focus on is bringing more people to Christ. Get right with Christ. That's my new platform. It doesn't matter what happens in the news. It doesn't matter what the president says. It doesn't matter what the GOP does or doesn't do. It is completely irrelevant. Everybody's a liar. I hope that Trump is acting in good faith at least. I hope he's just doing what he can. And he's just taking the slander on the chin because he knows that he had to make a bunch of lies to get elected. And he's just doing what he can to slow the bleeding. But we are inevitably going down a horrible path. And it's going to lead to Islam taking over. It's going to lead to a one world government. And things are going to get so bad and society is going to be so horrible that the Antichrist is going to come, swoop in, and pretend he's going to save everybody. And we know that that is not going to be the case at all, actually.
Now that I got your attention, y'all boys better listen to all of these words. Y'all better get right with our father. She gon' die with the rest of the herd. It don't matter if you come from the street or you stay in the country or born in the burn. You better hear this shit right now. It's gonna be too late when he come back to her. I'm not finna yell at you niggas. It's either you get it or nigga you don't. I'm living my life in obedience. That's the main reason I get what I want. My nigga, I got the ingredients. I'm in this motherfucker cooking like Gordon. Little bitch, I'm shotty man. Was a Kelly. I wear a tuxedo with the Michael Jordan. Yeah, 500,000 in liquid.